Okay, so good morning, everyone. So let's have a quick daily briefing for today. And just a quick market recap on last Friday. So first thing is the personal spending income for US month-on-month basis for May. So previous data was 0.9% and forecasted at 0.4%. And for the month-on-month basis for May, the personal spending income for US went back to 0%. Followed by the Michigan consumer expectations for US as well for the month of June. So previous data was 78.8 and forecasted at 83.8, and release time last Friday, 10 p.m. And for the actual data, it was 83.5. So slightly lower than the forecasted, but it beats the previous data. And next things, we have the Michigan consumer sentiment as well for the month of June. So previous data was 82.9 and forecasted at 86.4. And for the month of June, the consumer sentiment was 85.5. So did not did not exceed the forecasted data, but it beats the previous data as well. And to be specific, after the release of the US data last Friday, as you can see here, the dollar index on the 30 minutes time frame. So right after the release, there's actually a slight slip on the downside, but after the Asian session, as of this moment, the dollar index recovers above the 91.70 territory. So the current price is around the 91.83 as of this moment. So economic data today, since Monday, there's nothing much, but for the European session, we have to focus on the speech by Andy Haldane at 8 p.m. And for the US session, you have to focus on the speech as well. FOMC member John Williams later at 9 p.m. So key product for today, first thing is we have the British pound against the US dollar. So the current price during the Asian session was around the 1.3877. But since we have a speech later on for UK and US, so there's a possibility that this pair might be traded back and forth above and below the 1.39 level. But overall, we have to pay attention for this week because a lot of data will come up, and we have to pay attention on the notable data for this week, like the GDP data for UK and Canada. And also we have inflation rate for Eurozone and the NFP data for US and the ADP as well. So it will be a very volatile week for those currencies. So, but for today, possible support for UK against the dollar is 1.3848 and 1.3827, and resistance 1.3913 and 1.3957 respectively. Again, for the European session, you have to pay attention for the speech for Andy Haldane, and for the US session, John Williams later at 9 p.m. So for the earnings report, there's actually nothing much for this week, but most probably by the next week, we might discuss the earnings report for some shares. All right, so that is all for our daily briefing today. Thank you, everyone. Please stay safe and have a great day.